today a topic of conversation came up of how do you really know you're transgender? And I shot a video, the very first video on my channel, of how I know I am transgender. It's because I just know I am, but okay, there's some issues with that. Okay, let me kind of explain. Follow me here. See if I can do this. People ask for evidences all the time. Like when somebody says, well, how do you know? I can say, well, I danced ballet with my sister in the living room when I was younger. So what? There's a lot of cisgender guys that dance ballet and gay men, but that they're still happy with being men. Well, I played with girl, Barbies and My Little Pony with my sister on occasion, and I liked dressing up with them and with my sisters. It was fun. So what? There's lots of cisgender guys who've done that, and they feel like they're men. It's just something they did and they grew out of. Okay, I can say that I never communicated like other guys. I communicated like, I guess, like a girl. But there's lots of guys who do that and they're cisgender. So it's like, well, what then really makes me a woman? If you address me as a woman and you say ma'am, or you say, I look beautiful, that communicates to me. It's like somebody calling out my name. Like, they say Kaylee, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's me, hey. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's the same concept. When somebody would address me as a man and they would say, you're the man, Luke, you're the man, I would be like, ugh, well, okay, whatever. But when somebody said, you're awesome, Kaylee, you're beautiful, Kaylee, something with Kaylee in there, I was like, yeah, hey, that's me. There's a dynamic difference. See, there's a difference in there. So I know I'm a girl because being addressed as a woman makes sense to me. It feels right to me. Being addressed as a guy feels off and wrong. Also, I had to put out energy to convince myself and other people that I was a guy. Guys don't do that. They just roll with it. They know they're a guy. They're comfortable being a guy. So that's kind of a huge sign there. And now that I'm a girl, I don't have to put on an air of womanhood to be a girl. It just comes out of me. It's very natural. I don't think about it. That's kind of a huge sign there. So that's pretty major. But every one of us trans girls who started late transition, not as little children, who didn't address it as children, because a lot of us don't address this issue as children because we don't know how to handle it. We suffer doubts like, hey, well, I've been successful for being a guy for this long. Maybe I just am a confused guy. Well, most men don't question their gender. They just don't. Just want to make that point there. Men don't really question their gender. They just are men. They think like men. They act like men. If you find yourself questioning your gender and feeling happier when you say you're a woman, that's a pretty big sign. The first time I ever came out and said I was a woman, I was like, I'm a woman. I can't believe I just said that. It's weird. Why did I say that? But I feel happy. I feel comfortable. I feel this weird euphoria I've never felt before. Yeah, that's my first time ever saying it. That was the first time ever mentioning it. So there's a difference there. When I think about going back to being a guy, I can really tell, like, I'm just going back to the blah, like, blah, oh man, that's not me. When I think about being a girl or a woman, I'm just like, oh yeah, totally, hey, I'm going on the right road and it makes sense to me. And this is despite all my losses and despite everything that I've gone through. I just know that I'm obviously a woman. So that's why I said in my first video, how do I know that I'm transgender? I just know. And it's true. I just do. I just know. Because things match up. Things fall into place, The puzzle pieces fit when before they never did. So it's not because I played with My Little Ponies or dressed up with my sisters and everything that makes me transgender. It's how I need to be addressed. That I feel alive when I'm a girl, and I feel dead when I'm a guy. I feel like I am, as one girl put it on one of my last videos, I'm just existing, but I'm not really here. It wasn't exactly like that. I'm horrible at quoting people, so who's ever good at quoting people anyways? I always get things mixed up. Anyways, thanks for watching my video.